Vous pensez que la force est définitivement à Londres? Ça tombe bien, nous aussi. Et oui, l'avant-première européenne de Star Wars, c'était mercredi, jour de sortie dans la capitale anglaise. Un événement titanesque à l'occasion duquel tout le casting a fait le déplacement. Vraiment tout le casting. C'est juste un film, déclarait Mark Hamill lors de l'avant-première à Los Angeles lundi soir. Alors oui, c'est juste un film, mais pas n'importe quel film. Près de 30 ans après le retour du Jedi, la saga Star Wars renaît de ses cendres. Aux manettes, un certain J.J. Abrams. Cela fait 3 ans que les réalisateurs bataillent pour qu'aucun détail ne filtre sur l'intrigue. Pari réussi, au menu donc 2 générations, une histoire de famille et de transmission. Les anciens qui côtoient les jeunes comédiens, les notes mythiques de John Williams. Bref, comme dirait Yoda, Réveillée et la force.
Well, no, I was saying it's just a movie because George used to say that to us. When we'd say, how come, we'd be, and he'd go, it's only a movie. I mean, don't get so excited. What I was trying to convey to people is, it's a movie. It's not going to change your life. It's not going to let you recapture your childhood. You're not going to go in it and become 10 years old. Well, maybe you can for those 2 hours become a child again. But I just trying to tap down expectations because I thought no matter what we do, we can't please everybody. Of course, you know what the headline was when I said that? Star Wars 7 bound to disappoint, says Mark Hamill. I said, I didn't say that. I just said you can't please everybody. So, I don't know. I have to be careful what I say.
Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, Gwendolyn Christie, Adam Driver, Lupita Nyong'o, Simon Pegg, George Lucas, Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford et j'en oublie. Ils étaient tous là à fouler ce tapis rouge lors de l'avant-première européenne à Londres ce mercredi 16 décembre. Il y avait même Benedict Cumberbatch et Mads Mikkelsen échappés du plateau de Doctor Strange. Alors malheureusement, nous n'avons pas eu tout le monde au micro, loin de là, mais quelques figures iconiques malgré tout. L'occasion de leur demander quelles étaient les différences entre George Lucas et J.J. Abrams, 2 grands réalisateurs avec lesquels ils ont eu la chance de travailler.
You can't compare directors any more than you can compare, they're as different one to the other as dentists are one to the other. Just because I don't compare directors.
He was great. No, there was no. You don't compare people like that, do you? They're good at their job. That's why they've got the job. Because they're good at it. As it goes to show. So I'm looking forward to more. I hope.
Si pour eux l'aventure a commencé il y a plus de 30 ans, c'est un peu plus récent pour la jeune Daisy Ridley. Alors on l'a souvent vue émue au cours de la promotion du film, mais c'est radieuse qu'elle s'est arrêtée à notre micro pour revenir sur cette folle aventure. Vous allez voir, elle en a parcouru du chemin entre cette photo et la sortie du film. Écoutez.
It feels very far away, weirdly. Feels very, it feels weird. I feel like a different person now than I did then. I feel like rounded and like I've met such amazing people and been on an amazing adventure. There have been thousands of people that have worked on this for like many, many years, and to see all that work come together is just amazing. Like work and love and energy has gone into this. And here we are, and now it's the result.
Vous le savez, Disney envisage de remettre au goût du jour la saga et c'est un déferlement de Star Wars qui nous attend, un film par an. De quoi friser l'overdose, non?
They might. It's possible.
I'm afraid of everything. I'm afraid of this interview. I'm afraid of walking down the carpet, and I'm afraid of oversaturation. But we'll see, because it's like one a year or something. But I won't be in all of them, so the odds of them being better are very high. I won't mess them up.
Alors pour voir le film le plus attendu de la décennie, rendez-vous dans les salles et ne comptez pas sur Harrison Ford pour vous dire quoi que ce soit. Hi, nice to meet you. Aussi frisquet que le petit vent que vient de nous mettre Luke Skywalker, voici les news en bref. Le tapis rouge mercredi, la conférence de presse jeudi matin, l'équipe du film enchaîne les interviews. Dur de suivre le rythme. Pas vrai, John Boyega?
Apologies, guys. John overslept.
Bon allez, un peu de sérieux. Si Harrison Ford et Kenny Baker refusaient de se prêter au jeu de la comparaison entre George Lucas et J.J. Abrams sur le tapis rouge, Carrie Fisher, elle, voit une différence très nette entre les 2 metteurs en scène. À chacun sa façon de travailler. Écoutez.
George Lucas was wonderful as we all, but he never spoke really. But I mean, he said faster and more intense. He talks a lot, and it's really good stuff that he says, so that was exciting to hear. And he remembers everyone's name. And he's got a lot of energy, and we didn't have any energy in the first film. Sad, really. Right?
Shall we have another question?
Exactly right. And it helps a lot to have somebody that's that gives as much as JJ gives to the whole enterprise. And this is beside the direction of the movie and the engineering of this monster into something, to what it is today. But also the human kindness that JJ brings to the set every day is part of what makes the movie what it is. Thank you.
He was really excited to do it. He was, because he was young when I was a teenager. And so you were sort of a fan. It was infectious excitement and real focus, because he has high verbal acuity. And he really loved making the movie, except with me. But no, but he was great to work with. It was very exciting. I mean that sincerely.
Et s'il y a bien une chose sur laquelle tout le monde s'accorde, c'est l'émotion qui s'empare du spectateur dès les premières secondes du film. Une émotion que les fans n'avaient pas ressentie depuis 1983 et que l'on doit au scénariste Lawrence Kasdan et J.J. Abrams.
The moment we met, we agreed what we thought the thing should be, what the tone of the thing should be, what the fun of it was. We thought a lot of it had to do with being funny, because that's what had touched us when we first saw the movie, when we first saw A New Hope. Just a really funny movie, and everybody in it is endearing and charming and surprising, and we wanted to get that feeling back into the saga.
The thing that I felt when I first saw Star Wars was this incredible sense of it being real. It just felt material and tangible and physical, and I think a lot of films have recent films have because of the incredible technology that exists rightfully relied on that technology in ways that and I have as well, that you do because you can. And it was fun talking to Larry about Yoda, and there's a story that Simon Pegg's daughter, very young daughter, she had seen the prequels and she loved them. And then she saw episodes 4 and 5. When she saw Yoda in 5, she said to her father, Simon, look, Daddy, Yoda's real. And it was so weird, Simon was like, what's that? And I think that it was just that there was something about the physicality of actually having this thing performed. And when we were doing this one large scene with all these creatures, we had amazing creatures that Neil Scanlon and his team created physically on set. I remember thinking like, oh, this is what it must be like to make a Muppet movie. Because you have all these amazing creatures, and there was just, I know that has nothing to do with story or character or plot or theme or approach or anything, but there was something about the physicality of the quote-unquote old school approach that was, I think, part of what felt Star Wars-y, as you say. So anyway, that was one of the things that I know was informing our approach to this, which was how can we feel this thing tangibly as much as possible, of course, physically, but also emotionally, and that was sort of the approach we took.
Enfin, le réalisateur s'est attardé quelques instants sur la place toute particulière accordée aux femmes dans le film.
From the very beginning of our discussions about this movie, the notion of a woman at the center of the story was always something that was compelling to me and exciting, and not just at the center, but it was important that in addition to Leia, who we knew was a critical piece of this puzzle, that we wanted to have other women and not necessarily human but female characters in the story. So Lupita playing Maz Kanata, who is the sort of I guess the voice of sort of Force wisdom in the story. Phasma as the evil side of leading the stormtroopers. We wanted to have other female stormtroopers, which we do. We want to have female pilots, which we do. We just wanted this thing to not feel like it was not inclusive. And so we did that, and it was something that we always wrote Ray as this sort of central character, but as we started casting the movie, it just felt like kind of one of the things we knew we wanted to do, and make the film look and feel more the way the world looks and feels.
Alors Carrie, un dernier conseil à donner à nos jeunes recrues peut-être?
Don't go through the crew like wildfire.
Ça, c'est dit. Si l'on sait encore très peu de choses sur les diverses spin-offs Star Wars, on sait de sources sûres qu'un film consacré à la jeunesse d'Han Solo est d'ores et déjà écrit par Lawrence Kasdan. C'est d'ailleurs par ce billet qu'il a rejoint l'épisode 7, alors même qu'il refusait de revenir à l'univers Star Wars 32 ans après le retour du Jedi.
Kathy Kennedy and George Lucas called me. And they said, we're going to make some more movies. Would you be interested in being involved? And I wasn't sure if I was, but then they said, you could write a Han Solo movie, and that's my favorite character. So I started out doing that, and then I sort of got recruited into Force Awakens. And my son and I have written a new movie about Han Solo when he was young. And that's it for me, I'm done. It's very hard to follow in Harrison's footsteps.
Mais alors, qu'en pense Harrison justement?
I don't know what to think about that. I'm glad that somebody else is going to have the burden of being young and and take care of that part. It's well beyond my understanding or control, and I of course want nothing to do with it in the nicest possible way. But I know that it will be well done and well guided. And
Vous le savez, la bande-annonce de Star Trek a été dévoilée lundi dernier et si elle a beaucoup plu à Cloud29 et Ludo26, ce n'est pas le cas de tous les fans qui ont un peu hurlé au massacre. Un peu circonspect face à ces réactions négatives, Simon Pegg, qui était présent sur le tapis rouge, a quand même tenu à rassurer les fans. Écoutez.
I kind of understand. It's very action-packed. It's very sort of like... it's like a kind of action montage. I think it's really funny when Kirk says, what the hell is this? But I would say to the Star Trek fans, of which I'm one, is just be patient. We're trying to bang the drum and bring a few more people into the fold. And in the meantime, all the stuff that I know they like about Star Trek, we did write into that. And it's just a question of bringing as many people in as possible, Star Trek sometimes feels to people like, oh, it's a club that I'm not a member of, when everyone should like Star Trek. It's a very inclusive universe. So if that means sort of like showing all the bells and whistles first time, fair enough. I was kind of surprised when I saw the trailer, to be honest, but it's marketing, so there you go.
Alors on a bien tenté de faire chanter l'équipe de Star Wars a cappella comme dans l'émission de Jimmy Fallon, mais sans succès, d'autant qu'il y avait beaucoup trop de monde sur ce tapis rouge. On se contentera donc de ça. L'équipe de Fanzone vous souhaite à tous de très très belles fêtes de fin d'année et on se retrouve en janvier pour une année 2016 toujours plus geek et plus héroïque. Que la force soit avec vous. Hi, nice to meet you.
Welcome, Mark.
Okay. Mark, please, one question. Okay. Mr. Isaac. Hello. I'll be back. Okay, thank you. Mais surtout en plus ça se presse pas quoi. Tu filmais là?